As part of this session, we will basically talk about that. Let's assume that you have your Snowflake instance where you have some of your objects predefined and you want to use TerraLakehouse.io Terraform feature to basically go and generate your Terraform scripts and the import files for to move your architecture under Terraform. So what exactly are the terraform.tf files and the import command files? So we will talk about this in just a few minutes, but let me just kind of explain what setup we have. So you can see that this is the testing Snowflake instance that we have. We've got some databases on the left. So we've got three databases: Ankit Sandbox, the standard out-of-the-box Snowflake, and Terraform Test DB1. And then under Terraform Test DB1, you have some schemas. Now let's assume that you want to generate the .tf file so that you can import those resource files into your Terraform architecture. For that, you would essentially go to terralakehouse.io. So if you have any questions as to how you log in terralakehouse.io, how do you come to the dashboard, we've got videos on the website to kind of explain more about that. But the idea is that once you come to the dashboard, you've got to come to sources, and in sources you've got to identify and add your Terraform Snowflake source. In this case, you need to first add a connection where you would say that I need to go and add a Terraform source connection. So I could just go and say Terraform source and then add a new source where you would go and add all your Snowflake details and use that once you go to Snowflake management. So you go to Snowflake management and you click on reverse Terraform tab. So as you see, I am using the Terraform testing sandbox. That's the name of my source. And as you look at the options, it lets you choose that for which particular object you want to create your .terraform files and the import command files. So I can choose database, schemas, roles, warehouse, users, and then I can choose all of them if I want to do all of them, or I can choose specific some of them and then just click on generate Terraform scripts. As soon as you do that, you will notice that there will be a line item which starts right at the bottom, which basically indicates that the generation of the files has started. So what happens is that Terra Lakehouse connects to your Snowflake instance, scans through all your files, and then based on the Snowflake registry, it creates the file in the required format for you. So for the interest of time, I've already created the files for these objects. And once you're done with the process, this download link would give you the link that you can just click and it should download the file for you on your desktop, right, as you can see right at the bottom here. And then you would see the status of, if it's right now, it's running, but once it's complete, it'll map the status as completed. So let me just show you what it looks like. So as you see here, this is after unzipping the file. You see that it gives a list of all the .tf files and gives you a list of the import command text files. So for example, if you look at databases.tf, you can see that there is record or Terraform script for Snowflake database. Similarly, there is one for Terraform Test DB1, which is the other database that we had. And then similarly for schemas, you see that it's got name of the schema, and then all the schemas that we have to import, those are created as per the Terraform resource format. And then in case if you wanted to look at Terraform import commands, you would actually go and import those commands over here. So for example, you could say Terraform import Snowflake database or Snowflake and the name of the database. It will go and import that into your .tf state file. For this part, we've got a separate video where we'll talk about how do you go about importing it into your state file.